Hola Antenas Parabólicas, yo soy Adrián Casillas de Aguascalientes, México.
Hola, soy Tomy Maldonado y soy de Buenos
Hi,
Aires,
my
Argentina.
name is Mauricio Valdez Risoli, and I'm going to be answering some questions for Parabolic Antenas.
Hi, I'm Michael McPhee, and I am an artist and a writer living in Portland, Oregon, in the United States.
Yo creo que creamos porque somos creados, ¿no? El arte, ¿te has preguntado por qué el arte le da sentido a tu vida? ¿Por qué el arte nos distingue como seres humanos? ¿Por qué el arte te llena tanto? Siento yo que es porque va directamente a esta realidad, ¿no? Somos creados. O sea, uno cuando crea algo, emula, creo yo, este poder creador, ¿no? Y te conecta al final con el infinito, o sea, te conecta con esa realidad, ¿no? Entonces, claro, al crear, no solo estás creando, sino que es la necesidad más importante del ser humano, es lo que nos hace humanos. Y nos conecta directamente con eso, con este poder creador que va y responde a realmente nuestra existencia misma.
I think we create as a way to express ourselves, to express what's inside of us, our feelings, our experiences, our emotions, our perceptions, our imagination. There's something that is essentially human about creation and art. I mean, we were making art long before we even had written language. So it's something fundamental about being who we are. It's a way to look inward and reflect on our own experience, our own lives, and communicate it with the people and the world around us. There's a line from a musical that I love that says, "The opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation." And that's a way that we can contribute something positive to the world around us.
Why do we create? So, we're not the only ones who create stuff. Beavers make dams, bees make beehives, and birds make nests. And I think it's important to know that they were making these way before we were even human. Just like they did, we started making tools, and then that gave us the freedom to do whatever we want. That's the reason we evolved opposable thumbs and the ability to make all sorts of stuff. The crucial difference is that we can create things that go beyond mere necessity. We can create because we desire to. We create, I think, that because we're human and it's in our nature to do so.
As an artist, I feel it's important that we are able to create because it kind of helps us release inner emotions, feelings, thoughts that we can't normally let out in other ways. It allows us to convey a message or a story or something that we want other people to hear and listen and appreciate. I know myself as an artist, I create art on the basis of learning, teaching, and developing the minds of the future. All good art stems from a lesson or a story or a motive.
So what does the life of an artist look like? It's different for everyone. Some people can spend endless time, years, on a single painting or a song or a poem. Others can have a strike of inspiration. But what's most important is that we live a life of openness, that we are open to hearing, to seeing, to experiencing, to feeling the world around us, and being able to express and communicate.
La vida como artista es esta realización de que uno viene también de que el sufrimiento es parte de la trascendencia. O sea, la vida como artista es aprender a darle el sentido a tu sufrimiento, darle el sentido a las 15 horas que te pasaste dibujando esa ilustración, ¿no? Darle sentido a la joda de tantos años de estar leyendo diario, de estar escribiendo, de estar imaginando, creando. Pues no todo es goce. Entonces, eso, la vida como artista es darte cuenta de eso. Que el sufrimiento es parte de... Y llegan esas friegas y esos miedos y esas angustias y esos llantos y lo que quieras, pues que lo veas con otra cara, o sea, que digas como de, esto es parte de la vida como un artista, ¿no? O sea, eso es. ¿Por qué? Porque al final tu trabajo sabes que puede trascender y que es para un bien común.
To me, life as an artist means hard work, struggling, and a lot of time. To sit down and spend most of your days thinking about art and what you want to create and what you want to get across to other people is extremely grueling at times, but also the most rewarding thing. A lot of artists, probably 99%, I don't have an actual statistic, 99% of artists are, you know, more than likely working other jobs, something that kind of just pays the bills, while their art kind of lets their inner self be free to play and experiment and figure out what makes them happy in life and what messages can be taught through it.
Mi concepción de la vida como artista yo creo que es dejar siempre algo positivo en la vida, disfrutar de la vida y amar a los demás, tanto con los demás como lo que haces y como a uno mismo realmente.
Hay una frase que dice que nacemos como originales pero morimos como fotocopias. Y es triste, ¿no? Y pasa. El problema es que cuando te enfrentas al arte, te encuentras a ti mismo y tú eres único y irrepetible, incluso aunque tengas un hermano gemelo. Somos un conjunto de realidades esenciales, es cierto, de cosas que tú no decides, de accidentes, y también tenemos esto que se llama libertad de hacer de tomar nuestras decisiones, de decidir el rumbo de nuestra vida. Entonces ahí las combinaciones son infinitas.
Art is different for many reasons, but the biggest reason I can think of is because every artist is different. Every artist has lived a different life, has a different story to tell, and has a different voice to tell it. Whether you're painting a picture, or you're creating a dance, or you're performing in a piece of theater, or writing, all these different aspects of art lead to various different ideologies and thoughts and different messages, meanings that people want to be heard. That's why whenever you see, for my example, as a theater performer, that's why when you see the same show performed by two different companies, or, you know, like a professional versus amateur, there's always changes and tweaks that happen in between, because these differences make up what is essentially, you know, a different understanding of the message and the concept behind the art.
Empieza. Yo lo dejaría allí. No hay tres, hay uno. Empieza. Lo que sea, aunque sea una porquería, empieza. Ponlo en el papel y ya. O sea, ya. No se necesita nada, o sea, más que tu imaginación, un lápiz y una hoja de papel. Entonces, eso. Pasos para crear, empieza.
So, 3 steps to create. Step 1 would be listen to no one, just start. You do not owe consistency, meaning, or reason for your words to no one, so just start. The first step is always the hardest, and I found that artists have a hard time starting because they feel like they need an idea or a notion or a message to start, but I believe this just weighs you down. So just start. Scribble, play with clay, do whatever you want, but start first. Picasso hated that question. Picasso even kept a gun with blanks to shoot at people who asked him for the meaning behind his works. Step 2. Don't give up, practice, learn, and seek challenges. Practice often by learning new things. Make huge paper piles or whatever you do. And don't stick only to the things you know how to do well. Seek challenges. Or you don't have to listen to me. Become the best at the one thing you like to do. Refuse to learn anything else and prove me wrong. Frustration means you're on the right path. Frustration is good in my book. It means you're being real with yourself and you want to keep getting better. But you also have to remember, take a break and get back to it. It's crucial to take breaks. You can take breaks for an hour, weeks, even months. Just remember to get back to it and preferably finish. As soon as you take a break, you will be able to look at your work in a more realistic way, and your skills will improve as long as you keep coming back.
3 steps to create, I would have to say, step 1 is planning. It's knowing what you want to do, why you want to do it, and who is the message for. For some people, it's also where are we going to put this up. So in my case, as a theater artist, it's what kind of message are we trying to tell with the show we're putting on? Why do we want to tell this message, and who is the message for? It's making sure that all those things line up. That way there's no confusion in what you're bringing forward and why you're bringing it forward. Step 2 is the execute plan. It's where you gather like-minded individuals or people with similar goals to you, and it's practicing, it's writing and rewriting, it's making sure that we're taking all the ideas that we can, mashing them into one massive idea, and kind of trimming the edges to make this the most effective way to tell the story or to get a thought, feeling, or convey something to an audience. So when it comes to like doing shows, we're picking a certain show. Why are we picking this show? What message is it trying to tell, and how can we tell it best? And step 3 is it's practice. It's making sure that you're constantly working on the art and you're refining it, and you're being extremely objective with yourself and saying, well, this didn't work here because of this. So we're going to refine it and we're going to work on that. That goes hand in hand with the execute portion. So the 3 steps: plan, execute, and practice.
Pues mira, como comunicólogo y marquetero, yo te puedo decir que todo es arte, ¿no? O sea, tú pones un plátano en una hoja de papel y yo te lo vendo, ¿no? A tanto en una galería. O sea, venga, uno podría decir que todo es arte. Sin embargo, la neta, aquí, si el arte no transforma, o sea, si el arte no tiene esta capacidad transformativa, si no te haces encontrarte contigo mismo o con alguna realidad, y si no es honesta, pues venga, puede ser arte, pero es arte chafa. Entonces sí, hay que poner ahí los parámetros, ¿no?
How do we know if it's art? This is a tough one, so I had to answer it, and I wanted to boil it down to the simplest possible answer. So I came up with this. I don't know if it works, but I think that if you can show it, then it's art. That's simple. It can be ugly, can be one of those blank canvases, it can be bad, meaningless, whatever. But if you can show it by any means possible, then I think that's art. Just picture a gallery, whatever size you wish. If you could stick it in there, then it's art. It can be a performance, it can be a physical object, a song, whatever you wish. It has the potential to be showed, even to yourself. That's art. I also consider that maybe art is the act of showing something, even to yourself.
How do you know if it's art? Well, if you created it and it's something outside of, just a job or something that you have to do, it's more than likely art. If you're painting a picture, creating a dance, putting on a show, singing a song, all of it is art. And it's because it comes from within. It's something that can't be replicated by anyone else because it's unique to you. So if you've created a dance and it might not be what everyone else has seen before, that is art. You've created something that means something to you and something that could mean something to someone else. Coming from deep within, it's something that really matters.
¿Cómo sé si es arte? Yo creo que es como un mar de emociones, pasión y creatividad, porque es como algo que estás haciendo que te da mucha creatividad y mucha pasión, muchos sentimientos. Es algo hermoso.
Porque, como diría una gran frase, un gran poder conlleva una gran responsabilidad. Sí, o sea, crear no es nada más para ti. Y yo, por ejemplo, como escritor, sé que mis palabras generan ideas. Y una idea es poderosísima porque puedes disminuirla, puedes aumentarla, puedes cambiarla, pero nunca se va a ir de ahí. Las palabras crean guerras, crean conflictos, crean belleza también, crean amor, ¿no? Entonces, eso, por el poder creador que tenemos una gran responsabilidad. Entonces, por eso es mega especial.
To me, the work that I do is mega special because I get to work with some amazing, amazing people. As a theater performer, I get to work with numerous people, numerous different companies throughout the entire year. So I've worked in Picton on some shows. I've worked here in Kingston on some shows. But throughout it all, I get to meet unique minds that have unique skill sets that I can then learn lessons from and apply it to my own performance and my own life. but I also, as a director and as a performer, I get to inspire other people to open up their minds and to enhance their skill set so that in the future we can continue passing down lessons. As human beings, we're natural storytellers. So being able to tell these stories and continue to tell stories and develop the human brain in a creative fashion, it's something that is absolutely beautiful. And I'm couldn't be more proud to work on such amazing shows with amazing people who continue to inspire me as much as I try to inspire them.
Wow, qué hermosa pregunta. Realmente es algo que yo amo y disfruto. Es una de las cosas que más amo en esta vida y más me apasionan. Realmente yo sé que repetí muchas veces las palabras amor y pasión, pero es que es lo que me conlleva a mí el arte.